Welcome back, children. Let us continue with the story Old Man at the Bridge. What animals were they? I asked. So the soldier is asking the old man, which animals were you taking care of? There were three animals altogether, he explained. So the old man continues to tell the soldier that there were three animals I was taking care of. There were two goats and a cat, and then there were four pairs of pigeons. He goes on to give the details that I was taking care of two goats, one cat, and four pairs of pigeons. That is total 8 pigeons. And you had to leave them, I asked. So he's asking, and you had to leave all those animals over there. Yes, because of the artillery. The captain told me to go because of the artillery. So he gives the reason that I had to leave from there because of the artillery. And the captain told me that the artillery is going to arrive over here, so you must leave. And you have no family, I asked, watching the far end of the bridge where a few last carts were hurrying down the slope of the bank. So the narrator continues to talk to the old man and he's asking him, and you don't have any family? And at the same time, he's watching the far end of the bridge where only a few carts were left. They were hurrying down the slope. No, he said, only the animals, I stated. The cat, of course, will be all right. A cat can look out for itself. But I cannot think what will become of the others. So the old man continues to talk and he says, no, I don't have any family. My only family was the animals I just spoke about. He says, out of the animals I was taking care of, I'm not worried about the cat. Because cat is independent, it can take care of itself. But I don't know what will become of the others. What politics have you asked? I asked. So the soldier asked the old man, what politics do you have? Politics means what are your political views? Which party do you support? So in reply, the old man says, I am without politics, he said. I am 76 years old. I have come 12 kilometers now, and I think now I can go no further. So the old man replies, I don't have any politics. I don't have any political views. I am a simple man leading a simple life. I don't support any political party. And right now I am 76 years old and I have come 12 kilometers. Now I am really tired and I cannot walk anymore. This is not a good place to stop, I said. If you can make it, there are trucks up the road where it forks for Tortosa. So the soldier continues. He says that this is not a safe place for you to stop. Try, if you can make it, stand up and walk a little distance and go to the trucks. Over there, the trucks are parked on the road where the road divides into two, and one road going towards Barcelona and the other towards Tortosa. I will wait a while, he said, and then I will go. Where do the trucks go? So he's asking the soldier that I will wait for some time and then I will go. But where are the trucks going? Towards Barcelona, I told him. So both Tortosa and Barcelona are cities of Spain. So he says they are going towards Barcelona. I know no one in that direction, he said, but I thank you very much. Thank you again very much. So the old man replies to the soldier that I don't know anybody in the direction of Barcelona. I don't have any friends or acquaintances there. But he says thank you so much anyway. He's full of gratitude that an unknown person is so worried about his welfare. He looked at me very blankly and tiredly, then said, having to share his worry with someone, the cat will be all right, I am sure. There is no need to be unquiet about the cat. But the others? Now what do you think about the others? So he looked at the narrator. The old man looked at the narrator very blankly. Blankly means without any expression on his face. And he looked tired physically, mentally and emotionally. And he said to him, because he wanted to share his worry with someone, so he said to the narrator that I'm not worried about the cat. I'm sure the cat is going to be all right. So I should not be worried about it. But what about the others? What do you think? What will happen to the others? Why? they'll probably come through it all right. So in a very positive tone, the narrator tells him, well, don't be worried, they are going to come through it all right, they are going to be fine. You think so? So the old man is very excited and he says, really, you think they'll be safe? Why not? I said, watching the far bank where now there were no carts. So the soldier replied, why not? They will be safe. And at the same time, he is looking at the bank where there were no carts now. But what will they do under the artillery when I was told to leave because of the artillery? So the old man continues to share his worry with the soldier and he says, what will happen to them under the artillery when the captain told me that I have to go from there because the artillery was arriving? Did you leave the dove cage unlocked? I asked. Yes. Then they will fly. So the soldier asked the old man that did you leave the cage of the birds unlocked? So he says yes. Then he says, don't worry, the birds are going to fly to safety. Yes, certainly they will fly. But the others? It is better not to think about the others, he said. So he said, yes, certainly the birds will fly off. But what about the others? Then he's telling himself, it's better that I don't think about the others. He's speaking to himself and saying that. If you are rested, I would go. I urged, get up and try to walk now. So the soldier once again he tries to coax the old man to get up from there and go away to a safe place. So he says, if you feel rested enough, I request you, please get up and try to walk a little. Thank you, he said and got to his feet, swayed from side to side and then sat down backwards in the dust. So listening to the concern of the soldier, the old man got up on his feet. He stood up on his feet, but his legs were very, very tired. So his body moved from side to side, to and fro, because his legs could not take the weight of his body. And finally he sat back in the dust again. I was taking care of animals, he said dully, but no longer to me. I was only taking care of animals. So the old man once again he says, I was just taking care of my animals in a very dull manner. But now he was not talking to the soldier anymore. He was just thinking aloud. There was nothing to do with him. So this line, it symbolizes that the soldier has understood that he cannot save the old man. The old man's death is inevitable because he's tried his best to coax him to move from there to safety. But the old man is not able to do that. It was Easter Sunday. Now what is Easter Sunday? The Sunday when Jesus Christ rose from the dead 3 days after crucifixion. He was a savior. He was the savior of the world and he rose from the dead on Easter Sunday. And it is so ironical that on that day, the old man, he is going to face his inevitable death, the day on which Jesus Christ rose from the dead. And the fascists were advancing towards the Ebro. Now, fascists are the political leaders who support fascism. And fascism is an extreme political system which favors a strong central government and does not allow any opposition. So, these fascists, their enemies, were moving towards the Ebro. It was a grey overcast day with a low ceiling, so their planes were not up. So that day the sky was covered, it was overcast with dark clouds and they were very low lying. Because of the low ceiling, the planes of the fascists, the enemies, had not taken off. That and the fact that cats know how to look after themselves was all the good luck that the old man would ever have. That means the good luck that for the old man was that it was a dark overcast day and the planes of the fascists had not taken off. This point and the fact that the cats are independent and they can take care of themselves, these are the only two pieces of luck in favor of the old man. Otherwise, he is doomed to die. I hope you've understood the story. Thank you.